Welcome all. This is Srimai Majumdar from Swami Vivekanand Institute of Modern Science. After quite some time, we begin our interaction with you all in the new semester which has commenced. Today I'll be talking about group discussion. This is a very, very popular and common activity in the corporate world, and we shall take up the matter as to what and why we are focusing on group discussion, what are the contents which should be covered, why it should be learned, and why such importance is given to group discussion. When we define group discussion, obviously there are two very important words in this. Let me take up the common word, discuss. What is a discussion? A discussion is an oral exchange of ideas, values, interests, or any activity by a group of people. You cannot discuss within yourself, it's a self-talk, internal, introspective. But when you are talking with a bunch of people, obviously you are discussing a common aspect, a topic which has common interest for all. And such discussions may be, in a very simplistic term, called a group discussion. As per the definition, it is called a group is a cluster of individuals interacting on common goals, values, interests, or activity. If this is a group, then the oral discussion can be called a group discussion. Let us analyze the characteristics of group discussion. From common sense itself, we know that group means more than one individual. We must have a minimum of 3 or 4 people who would be discussing on a common topic. The next point is stable structure. What do we mean by stable structure? The structure of group discussion, if we can take it formally, it must belong to a particular framework where random discussions or offhand discussions are not permitted, where goal-oriented discussion is desired. Therefore, a group discussion must have a purpose, it must have a stable, a positive structure which will result in a positive conclusion. Obviously, this leads to the third point, which is a common goal. Generally, a discussion is done to find out something more about the topic or come to a resolution. This could be the common goal, a productive goal of the group. And therefore, fourthly, everyone should be united in their purpose. Unity in the purpose is a very, very important item which leads to the fruition, a positive fruition, a successful fruition of group discussion. Everyone should be united. Obviously, again, we come to the next point. It is a collective power. If we have to reach a united decision, everyone should put in their best. It is a collection of opinion, collection of views, collection of ideas, and from this collection, we choose the best option for that particular situation. The last point says there must be a friendly approach. We human beings belong to different ideas, community, in our milieus are different, but our goals are same in a GD, in a group discussion. Therefore, the discussion must be held in a very friendly, united way, where each idea is taken in a friendly way, where each topic, part of the topic, must be taken very objectively and never personally. These are very, very important characteristics of a successful group discussion. Let us now analyze the purpose of this activity. In short, we call it purpose of GD. The first purpose is problem solving. Why do we have to take so many opinions on a particular topic? It is obvious that there are issues which needs to be resolved. These issues have to be analyzed by people. Rational thinking is needed, and thereby the area of problem should be unraveled. The area of problem should be focused rationally, and only then we will find a conclusion, a possible conclusion, and therefore many heads, many ideas are invited in a group discussion. It helps in decision making. One person and one idea is not enough. In a complicated world like today's world, we need very many ideas, support systems, concepts, which will give a new identity or a new angle to that particular problem. Even if it is not a problem, if it is just a concept, the ideas can be explored and a correct decision can be made. In the last point, we say it helps in personality assessment. Particularly in the corporate world, we find that during the selection process, GD or group discussion has become almost a compulsory activity. The necessity for this activity is precisely to find out the analytical or the outreach of the personalities, the critical thinking of the candidates. Therefore, a particular complicated or problem solving idea is floated to a group, and people who gives examples of good analysis, of good concept, of good explanation, becomes the obvious choice for the company. Therefore, GD or finding the correct or the right candidate for the right place comes through GD or group discussion. I would now like to conclude this first small little introductory chapter on group discussion, because the following chapters will cover the areas of qualities of the group, types of group, leadership qualities in a group, what exactly brings success to a group, and those will be covered in part 2. See you all in part 2, and thank you for being with us.